let's jump into the conducting for a moment. First of all, I have to ask, is it competitive to be a conductor? Is it sort of like a stair step up from musician, or how does that work?
It's I'm still trying to find out how this profession works. Well, exactly. So, I think it's a little bit like everything in life. So the question is, when you acquire a knowledge that is very specific, of course there is a competition because there are not that many orchestras, and so I was lucky. I went to a competition I went to study in Germany, as Sandy said, and then I came back to Spain, and I was chosen as the associate conductor of the National Symphony, and that, of course, there was an excellent way to start. There was probably the most important at the time, the most important orchestra in Spain, and that opened me many doors. Um, I imagine in your profession is a little bit the same. I mean, there are not that many opportunities, and you have to be at the right time in the right place, and things like that happen. So many extraordinary conductors, I'm sure that we don't know them, and they didn't have that opportunity. It's terrible to say that many very famous conductors are not that good, and they are very famous, which is the natural thing to do. I mean, not the best doctor is the most famous doctor. Um, but anyway, that's another topic. But it's true that it's a combination of things. I mean, I'm totally convinced that if you really are passionate about what you do, you will find that door opening at some point. I want to be an optimist in that sense. That it might take longer than you think, but I mean, against something with passion, there is no way that you cannot going to find a way to spread yourself.
So I would imagine that if you set a score in front of a bunch of orchestra musicians and somebody said go, that they could play the piece, but it probably would not be very good. Can you tell us what the role of the conductor is? How does the conductor add value to the beautiful sounds you hear from a symphony?
Let me give you this phrase from my mentor, from my teacher, that I think explains everything very well. My teacher would say that sound is not music. Sound, under specific circumstances, can become music. And that's the difference. The difference is that if you have extraordinary players like I have in my post-classical ensemble, and you give them a piece that they don't know, and you just beat the pulse, they will play all the notes. Is that music?
Yeah.
No.
Probably not. Yeah.
So that's the difference. The difference is that what the conductor adds during the rehearsals to create that sound, that beautiful sound. I mean, just having 100 people playing the right notes together is an extraordinary experience already.
Yes.
But the difference, and this is to me, the big lesson with my teacher is that this is not music. This is extraordinarily well-organized sound. Music is more than that. And what is music? Well, music is, in the end, is the development of attention. We start from zero, from silence. We create tension through sound. That tension develops, achieves a moment in which cannot reach more tension and goes back to silence. So what my mission is to teach my musicians that process. How do we create tension? We distend the tension because the tension is not linear. It doesn't go like this. You create tension, distend, tension, distend. It reaches the maximum point of tension, and the process back is the same. Distend, tension, distend, and back to zero.
So let me try something on you to see if this makes sense. I'll just use this as an example. I can't remember.
Does that make sense? Well, first of all, a question. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
But I want to test my knowledge here. So I think it's the second movement of Beethoven's Sixth Symphony that is a thunderstorm.
Yes.
Right. And you can play the notes, but the conductor turns it into a thunderstorm. Is that a fair appraisal with the right crescendos and pauses? And it's like, this has to sound like a thunderstorm. In an interpretation, is that a fair interpretation of what you're saying?
Yes. I mean, if the thunderstorm is not there, then you are not representing the. But look, I'm also not very into music as a way to create images.
Right. Okay.
Huh.
To me,
fair enough.
The music is actually, my teacher would say that actually music is for us Westerners, is the only possibility to transcend reality. So music gives us the opportunity to stop thinking and just listen. So in the end, music can become a way of meditation, of transcending reality. So if you are listening to Beethoven and thinking, oh, this is the storm, and now this is the cloud, and this is the rain, then you are kind of wasting an opportunity to transcend that, to really listen, to be in the moment and experiencing every single moment of this process that I mentioned to you. So I know that this might sound a little controversial, but it's not my approach to music. When I'm conducting an orchestra, I'm not trying to show a thunderstorm or the gallop of the Swiss artillery in Williamstown. I'm really trying the audience to experience something that brings them out of their brain